Hello champs. Hope you've been good. Today, we look at signs you have emotional trauma. Sometimes we think, only physical trauma hurts, but words cannot. Have you ever wondered why that forgotten reward by your parents still hurts, even though it was in childhood? It keeps coming. Or, maybe you find yourself thinking about the friend who betrayed you in high school. Those are unhealed emotional wounds you are fighting with, as opposed to physical ones that can be bandaged and dressed. Healing emotional wounds is approached differently. Here we look at some of the self-evaluation parameters that can help determine whether you have unhealed emotional wounds. Number 1. Self-growth stunted by fear. Continuous growth, learning, and reaching out is part of life experience. Being hurt emotionally can awaken one's awareness to their emotional self. You might be afraid of getting into a relationship for fear of getting attached after being in an abusive relationship. But you only end up denying yourself the life you deserve. Despite all challenges, you deserve growth. It's normal to have fear of uncertainty, but what is important is the courage to move on. Understand your fears and acknowledge that not only the worst can happen. Take time to consider all the other options. Number 2. Poor sleep. Do you find it difficult getting sleep, even after cutting down on caffeine? And you find yourself flashbacking things all night? That could be a sign you have emotional wounds. Ironically, getting good sleep is what helps in healing those wounds. You can have a disciplined routine for yourself to help you get enough sleep. Switch off electronics at least an hour before sleep. Meditate to calm your mind. Sleep actually helps your body recollect as. Number 3. Flashbacking the situation over and over again and again. Sometimes you find yourself acknowledging the situation and talking about it. You have to admit, for you to get healed. But talking about it over and over without purpose could just do more harm. When talking about the situation, always have these questions in mind. What will I get for talking about it? Am I repeating things? If you are repeating, then you are just denying yourself the already gotten answers. This slows down the healing process and might just worsen the situation by undoing the progress gained in recovery. Number 4. Being disproportionately angry. Emotional wounds are wounds. When wounds are fresh and tender, even a breeze of fresh air could feel painful. For instance, after a heated verbal exchange you might find yourself wondering, why did I even have to shout at them? Did I have to do that? Well, that's a sign have a wound that needs attention. Since you don't know why you are doing other things. You could just be doing something, then suddenly you get emotional. You are not crazy, it's your emotions communicating to you, saying that you need to work on them to heal. If you are still emotionally all over, then it's time you accept and start your healing process. Number 5. Living but not living. It might sound absurd, right? Yes. You can go on with daily life, but that's not just it. A human being is an emotional being. What if you can exhibit your emotions? Remember, you have a right to be happy, grieve, and be angry, get hurt, and in turn hurt others. If you can't feel, then we can say maybe you are not living. We can all agree that emotional trauma lasts longer than any physical trauma. It's easy to feel like you are vulnerable. But that should not pin you down. We can choose to heal by putting in time and effort. Speak to a professional if things are not okay. With the help of professionals, you can conquer trauma. Don't deny yourself the best life you could have. You are worth yourself. Thanks for watching, see you soon. Remember to share, like, and subscribe.